What's going on, everybody? I'm back at you again. You're here at Stock Picks by Tim, and today I want to talk about one specific stock today. I want to get into Matterport, MTTR. Now, this is probably going to be a shorter video. I'm just going to quickly focus on Matterport, look at the chart, and look at some recent buying going on. Now, some of you may know already, but Cathy Wood bought Matterport stock yesterday, and that's partially why I think it ran up so much. But if this was 2021 and the Cathy effect was still in effect, this thing would have probably ran about 30%, I would assume. But no, we are in fact looking at a pullback today, and I'm going to go over the news, and then I'm going to go over the chart. But if you appreciate these shorter videos, make sure you hit the like and subscribe. I definitely appreciate the support, and let's get into this. So I will leave you guys a link below to the site, as well as a bunch of free crypto and stocks, so check out the links below. Now, we've got news here from Investor Place, basically telling us that Cathy Wood has just took a position on Matterport. Now, getting into the details, this was actually for the ARC-Q fund, the Robotics and Technology Fund, or Technology and Robotics, excuse me. And the fund invested $4.2 million into Matterport, a total of 534,000 shares, which is only 0.25 of the fund's total assets, so consider that. But definitely great news that she started a position and likely will continue to add to it, I would expect. Now, this actually ran up 17% yesterday, and it did pull back a little bit towards the end of the day from what I remember, but this is absolute craziness. And remember, Matterport was a SPAC stock, and typically once the merger happens, you get just this huge long downtrend, and this has been the case for a lot of stocks. I mean, Indy, we actually had that merge, and then it slightly downtrended, and then just had a huge spike, and has been pulling back. But typically, that's what happens. You know, it's kind of a buy the rumor, sell the news, and then usually those SPACs kind of continue to downtrend, kind of get forgotten. Look at DraftKings lately, look at ChargePoint. They did experience some nice run-ups, and Matterport did as well. I mean, this one was roughly around $30 if I remember right. We're now sitting at only $8.74, a market cap of about $2.4 billion. At its high, I believe the market cap was like close to $8 billion if I'm not mistaken here. Now, you could argue that it didn't deserve an $8 billion market cap, but I would argue that it doesn't deserve a $2.5 billion market cap. I think it deserves somewhere in the middle of that. Now, looking at Matterport on the chart, it actually hit a high of about $37. We've been downtrending since that high. We're not even able to come close to it since, just been continued downtrend. Broke the 50, then went all the way to breaking the 100, tried to hold above it, started breaking down again, and there was a lot of negative catalysts moving forwards. Now, as I've mentioned about Matterport a few videos back, I was going to average through these negative catalysts because, you know, you don't know if something's priced in or not, and I wanted to start out a position. I didn't want to just, you know, potentially wait, and then all of a sudden it runs up and you're not able to continue to add. So I started adding roughly around, I want to say probably around 17, 18, and I wanted to slowly add through because I knew that this share lockup expiration was going to be a downward catalyst. I knew that the warrant redemption was going to be, you know, obviously a headwind because when you're exercising warrants, you're diluting shares. Now, their earnings also hit us for a loop and lowered guidance, so that definitely hurt this one as well. But I am glad that I didn't just buy extremely heavily, start out my position fully right away. I slowly averaged through, and now I'm just about fully built out, and all this really needs to do is run up about 15-20% for me to be, you know, a decent little profit on this one by averaging through at this bottom all the way through this. Now, it has pulled back a little bit. It was on track to break that 300. We weren't able to. We pulled back. We will see if we find some support at the 50-day, but I think its next push, it will break that 300 and that momentum will change. When we were trying to break it, we got a little bit, we got a little too overbought and it started just pulling down. I think next time we're going to be close enough that if we do push, we will push through that 300, and I'm hoping that momentum will change. I personally don't expect to see this at $6 again, but anything's possible, but I highly doubt it. And I am fully built out in this one. I don't want to risk, you know, more of my portfolio to the stock like this. Now, if this did come back down to about $6, you know, I would probably add a little bit, but I'm pretty fully built out, so I don't want to be too overextended in something like Matterport. It is definitely high risk, so be aware of that. But I see a huge potential with it, and it's good news to see that Cathy does too. Although her track record as of recently hasn't been the greatest, I still have faith over the long term with Matterport. I think it's good that she actually doesn't have the Cathy Wood effect right now. I mean, you could argue she does somewhat. It did run up a little bit. For the most part, because of her, I would say, although a lot of small caps were actually up yesterday, so to be fair. But Matterport did definitely outperform a lot of small caps. I think it was one of the largest gainers in my portfolio yesterday. But that's pretty much it for Matterport. Just wanted to give you guys an update. Cathy Wood is buying. She also bought some NEO as well. I actually bought some NEO the same day she did, just so happened. But make sure you like and subscribe and leave a comment below on your thoughts on Matterport. Have you been buying it lately? Did you perfectly time the bottom right around $6? Are you stuck holding the bag in the 30s? Let me know in the comments below. And also make sure you stay tuned because I'm going to be putting out a BNGO video. They are having a webinar today and I'm going to be cutting it up, giving you the key points there. So look out for that in the next few hours. Hope you guys are having a great day in the market today and I will see you next time.